The real life of Julia. Hi, I'm Julia. My mom just realized that since gas prices have gone up so much over the last 4 years, the cost of commuting plus my daycare has made it too expensive for her to work. Now she's part of the swelling ranks of the unemployed. Between unemployment and high tax rates when she did have a job, Mom hasn't been able to put any money away, even though she told me it's always been her dream to help me pay for college. So now I have to rely on grants and loans from the federal government. I'm not happy about the fact that I have to go into debt. And since the government is placing more mandates on health insurance companies, the cost of providing insurance is so high that Mom's work decided to take the tax penalty rather than continue to offer insurance to its employees just so that they could keep their doors open. Now we're all forced onto the government option. One of my coworkers got in a fight with our boss, and since the government made it so easy, she filed a baseless lawsuit in retribution. So even though they'd done nothing wrong, the startup web development company I work for had to hire attorneys to defend us. The defense was so expensive that we had to close our doors just weeks after the suit was dismissed, so I was laid off. If Mom would have paid lower taxes and if I had been able to keep my job, I wouldn't have to have any student loan debt. I hate being a part of another government run bubble that is sure to burst. Now, my government mandated health insurance is so expensive with all of the coverage requirements. I'm a young and healthy woman, and I would rather buy insurance just for serious emergencies and pay cash for my preventative care and prescriptions. But I'm not allowed to make my own health decisions under this new law. When I decided it was time to have a baby, I spent my entire pregnancy worried about his future with all of this debt and unemployment. We're leaving our children such an overwhelming government spending hole, there's no way to sustain it. When my son was born, I wanted to send him to a private school, but because of how high my taxes are and the fact that the government won't allow for vouchers, he's forced to go to a neighborhood school, even though, as his parent, I think he would do better in a different educational environment. And because I'd been laid off, I decided to start my own web development company. But once I started to research what it would take to hire someone in terms of healthcare and payroll taxes and unemployment insurance and general red tape, I knew there would be no way to grow. Once I started getting Medicare, I lived in constant fear of the entire system going bankrupt. Increases in the number of retirees, along with skyrocketing healthcare costs, largely due to onerous government mandates, leave me afraid that Medicare will fold altogether. With all this economic uncertainty, the little money I was able to put away wasn't enough for me to retire. Upon a reflection back over my whole life, I realized the cost of government control over every aspect of it, from cradle to grave, was just too high. So I registered as a Republican. The end.